Hi! In this tutorial, we'll start creating our first story and get a basic understanding of the visual scripting system used in StoryFlow Editor. I want to mention that StoryFlow's visual scripting is very similar to Unreal Engine blueprints. So if you learn how it works here, it'll be much easier for you to start using Unreal Engine later. And if you've already used blueprints before, you'll feel right at home. Though stick around anyway because there are some small differences worth knowing about. By the end of this video, you'll have a working mini-story with dialogue and branching choices that you can actually play. Let's start fresh. I'm going to delete this default example script and create a new one so we can build everything from scratch together. To create a new script, right-click in the content browser and select Script. I'll call it script_01. Before we start editing, let's set this as our startup script. Click the three dots next to the play button in the toolbar, and under Startup Script, select our new script01. This tells StoryFlow which script to run first when you play or export your project. Think of it as setting the main menu or chapter 1 of your story. Once we open it, we see a mostly empty canvas with just one node, the Start node. Every script has exactly one start node. It's the entry point, the place where your story begins when it runs. Think of it like the first page of a book. You can't delete it and you can't have more than one. Now let's add some content. There are a few ways to create new nodes. Method 1. Right-click anywhere on the empty canvas and a menu appears with all the available node types. They're organized into categories to help you find what you need. If you hover over any node type, you'll see a short description of what it does. Method 2. See those icons on the sides of nodes? Those are called handles. They're connection points. If I click and drag from the start node's output handle on the right side, and then release my mouse button on empty space, the same creation menu appears. This method is really handy, because the new node will automatically connect to where you dragged from. Method 3. Keyboard shortcuts. For nodes you use frequently, there are quick shortcuts. Just hold a key and left click on the canvas to instantly create a node. No menu needed. D plus left click. Dialog node. B plus left click. Branch node. E plus left click. End node. R plus left click. Run script node. C plus left click. Comment node. These become real time savers once you get comfortable with the editor. Let's use the second method for now. I'll drag from the Start node and select Dialog from the menu. The Dialog node is the heart of StoryFlow. It's what you'll use most often. It displays text to the player and can offer choices that branch your story in different directions. Right now the node is empty. Let's fill it in. Double-click on the Dialog node to open the Dialog Editor panel on the right side of the screen. The Dialog Editor has several sections. At the top there's the title field. This is optional. It's just for your own organization in the editor. Players won't see this when they play your story. It's useful for labeling who's speaking or what the scene is about. Below that is the text area. This is the main content that players will actually see. This is where you write your dialogue or narration. Let me write something simple. As I type, notice how the text appears in the node on the canvas as well. Now comes the exciting part, options. Options are the choices players can click to navigate through your story. Each option becomes a button. Click the Add button. A new option appears. I'll type, take the left path. Let's add another option. Click Add again and I'll type, take the right path. You can add as many options as you want, but for most dialogue, 2 to 4 options keeps things readable and manageable. Notice how each option now appears in the node on the canvas. And importantly, each option has its own output handle on the right side. That's how we'll connect each choice to different outcomes. If you ever need to reorder your options, you can drag and drop them. And if you want to delete one, just click the Delete button. Right now, clicking these options won't do anything because they're not connected to anything. Let's fix that by creating more dialog nodes. I'll drag from the output handle next to take the left path and release on empty space. From the menu, I'll select dialog again. Now I have a second dialog node, already connected to my first choice. Let me double click it to edit. I'll set the title to left path and write some text. For now, I will add a single option and will just let the story end here. The end node tells StoryFlow that this branch of the story is complete. Without it, the player would be stuck with no way to continue or finish. I'll drag from this dialog node's output handle and select End from the menu. Now let's do the same for the right path. I'll go back to my first dialog node, drag from Take the right path and create another dialog node. And I'll connect this one to an end node as well. Let's take a moment to look at what we've built. We have a start node that connects to our first dialog node. That dialog presents two options. Each option connects to its own dialog node with different content, and each of those connects to an end node. This is the basic structure of a branching story. The player starts at the beginning, makes a choice, sees different content based on that choice, and the story ends. Now for the best part, let's actually play our story. Click the play button in the top toolbar. A new window opens. This is the play window. It shows exactly what players will see when they play your exported HTML game. There's our text, "You wake up in a mysterious forest." And below it are two options as clickable buttons. Let me click Take the left path. And we see the left path dialog. The story progressed based on my choice. Let me close this and try again. This time I'll click Take the right path. Different content. The branching is working perfectly. When the story reaches an end node, the play window closes. In the next tutorial, we'll make our story a little bit more interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.